The new flyer's out. This one covers quarter 3 of 2022, which is July, August, and September. First, I would like to give you a humongous, very heartfelt thank you for supporting this channel. Lately, there has been a humongous influx in traffic. A lot of people have been liking, commenting, and subscribing, and it has been a huge boost to the channel. For that, I thank you very much. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really does help me out because it allows my channel to reach more people, grow the audience, and now that we're monetized, it actually helps bring in some more revenue. So anything that I can do for you to provide you with content, please let me know so that you feel good about the information you're getting from me, and hopefully you'll subscribe. I thank you very much. All right, let's dig into the new tools. First up is some XP series lights from Coast. You have seen a video that I've done which went over most of the Coast XP series lighting lineup. If you haven't looked at it, click up here to check that out because it's got a deep dive in all the specs on their lights and all the benefits. But the long and short of it is this. Coast has an outstanding value when you compare their lights to Streamlight. They tend to run brighter for the size. They're less expensive. They have 2 patents that Streamlight doesn't have. Coast has a focusing beam on all their lights, and they also run dual power. So if you're away from your charger and your rechargeable cell has worn down, you can pop in alkaline batteries and run the light that way. And they have a lifetime warranty. I can replace them on the truck. If you give me the broken one, I just hand you a new one. The Streamlight ones, we have to send them in to get repaired, and it's a bit of a wait for them to service those lights and bring them back. But it's a little more advantageous with the Coast line because I think they accommodate warranty and warranty fulfillment that much better. So on these, there's the XP11R for $110.82, the XP18R, which is this big old stupid bright light, and they dropped the price on that one a lot. That one was running about $225, but right now it's $189.67. The XP9R, it's a very small, compact light that you're going to stick in your pocket. That one is $73.98. And then there's some headlamps, which are strangely handy when you look at how they're built. They have feature sets on them you don't find in every headlamp. You can pop them out of their clip so that you have just a light, and one of the end caps is magnetic, so you can stick it to a ferrous metal surface. But here's another tip that I picked up from Garrett Ceasing on Scooter 911. If you're wearing this headlamp and it has the magnetic end cap, if you're unscrewing a screw or you have a bit, you're going to stick it there and free up your hands while you keep working and then take the screw or whatever off that magnet. He had a great idea that I thought I'd pass along to you because it's a unique way of using that light. Milwaukee has recently come out with some new shop vacs. They have a 6-gallon and a 9-gallon. They run on their M18 battery platform. They're a little pricey for a shop vac, but man, if you're a dyed-in-the-wool Milwaukee fan, and you might be because there are a lot of them in this world, the shop vac might be something for you to consider. They have 3.5 horsepower on their smaller 6-gallon, and they have all the features of regular shop vac with the added advantage of being cordless. And you can change the motor heads, tanks, and carts for different performance, holding capacity, and mobility. And they even have an easy access foot pedal. If Milwaukee does for their shop vacs what they've done with all their other tools, they're going to set the world on fire because they know how to make an impact in any industry. And it looks like they're doing the same thing with shop vacs. If you need some pry bars, there's a 5-piece set with the K Tool name on it. Now, this set is the identical set to the 5-piece Dominator set from Mayhew. I'm going to show you the Dominator set here for $37 more. This is the set that is from Mayhew with their own brand on it. And we go back to look at the K Tool one, same set. This one is branded 4K tool. Both sets are made in the US. Both sets have a lifetime warranty. They're identical in every way except for that color panel on the handle. So if you want to save a few bucks and you want to get yourself a top rate pry bar set, go with the K Tool. There's a lot of Vim fans in this world, and I have been overlooking you, and I apologize. A lot of folks had mentioned Vim sockets or the Vim brand in general when I put up a video a few weeks back that went through a particular offer in a Snap-on video, or a Snap-on flyer. So I thought I'd highlight some Vim stuff in this flyer because it's a brand that I frankly should do more with. They're outstanding quality, and they have some specialty things that a lot of other brands don't have. This is the 3/8 drive, half-cut stubby, standard hex bit set. These are half the height of a regular bit set, so if you need extra clearance, consider these. Great design for 71 bucks. It's hard to beat this quality, and Vim's got a lifetime warranty and all their stuff. So I've never been let down by any Vim branded item ever. I think that they have terrific quality, and they have a lot of specialty sockets and other tools that nobody else has. If you need a pretty affordable set of hammers, look at the Titan ones. Titan is not what I would consider top quality in an overall sense. I think a lot of their tools are fine quality, but when you separate pro grade from non-pro grade, these guys are a little bit below pro grade because dealing with them on the back end for service after the sale isn't the easiest thing. That's okay though. I don't want that to affect you. If you buy these from me, I will take care of all the warranty stuff to make it easier, right? As easy as I can for you. But you'll save a bunch of money. This 5-piece hammer set has a 16 and 32 ounce ball peen hammer, 32 ounce mallet, 3-pound sledge, and a 3-pound cross peen. The whole thing's 114 bucks and 13 cents. They do carry lifetime warranties. And again, if you need help with that, just let me know. I'm happy to do that. I helped out a guy with a 1/2-inch extendable ratchet that was from Titan. They had no problem covering the warranty, but just getting it through their warranty system was the hardest part of it, and we shepherded that for the customer so we didn't have to deal with it, but it took a little longer than any of us would have liked, and we got it done. But that's the difference between pro grade and non-pro grade. We send something to Milwaukee, for example, different experience. Do you spend more? Yeah, you do, but you get something for that money, and it's after sale service. King Cut has some fantastic drill bits, and we've been selling a lot of those lately. In fact, I even moved our line from Irwin to King Cut. There is a bit of a price difference. King Cut tends to run a little bit more, but what you get for your money is a quality far superior than anything else I've ever seen. Everyone who's bought King Cut bits tell me they cut, and I will quote them all when they say, like butter, and they don't walk. They hold their line perfectly. As long as you go slow, use oil, don't burn up your bit, these things will last you forever. They are way more expensive than regular bits. Understand that Matco and some other companies carry very similar bits to the King Cut ones. I don't know if King Cut makes them for Matco and other brands. It wouldn't surprise me if they did because they seem identical, and I know that those are also very good quality, but you can save a few bucks buying the King Cut name because they're not rebranding and selling through a different distribution channel like you would if you were buying off the Matco truck. On these, there's the 13-piece step point set, the 15-piece step point set, the 21-piece step point set, and there is a 29-piece step point set that didn't make it into the flyer, so it's not at a sale price, but it is also available. They also have regular drill bits, the non-step point bit sets that I've been selling a lot of. Again, they're more expensive than comparable brands, but you do get better quality, and as long as you take care of these bits, they will make your life easier, and they will absolutely take care of you. So consider the King Cut brand when you're looking at drill bits. One of the more popular temperature probes that I've got is this Power Probe Temp Kit. It has a base unit that measures temperature. It has a remote probe that measures temperature, and you can buy a second remote probe so you can have 3 temperature readings going on simultaneously, and you can put on the louvers of a car if you're doing any AC work, put one under the engine, and divide up your temperature zones that way just to see how effective your work is. And with these, when you get the second probe, just be aware that there's a little switch in there. If it does not automatically register with the base unit, you might have to open the back compartment and flip the little switch to get it to do that. Little tip there that you may or may not know, because I think out of the box they're usually set up properly, but I have seen one or two that weren't. So you just gotta unscrew the back, flip the little switch, and off you go. If your shop is really hot and you need to cool down, consider an evaporative cooler from HOORAY. I would advise you to look at these over the ones from Portacool, because these are much less expensive and they seem to work just as well as Portacool. I recently sold one of these to Cast from Speed Wrench Customs. Click up here to see that video. We wheeled this into his shop, set it up, and got it going. You could notice an instant difference in the temperature of the air. It's about 15 degrees colder in front of the louvers on these things than it is in the ambient air around them. The principle is pretty simple. There's a water tank in the bottom. You can either fill the tank with a hose, or you can hook a hose up to an inlet, and there's a float valve that'll shut off the incoming water so you don't overfill the unit. You can turn the water pump on, and then it circulates water up and down these fins that then the fan draws hot air across. The air gives up its heat to the circulating water and blows out colder air out of the louvers. Pretty efficient design. The thing to know about these is turn off the water pump about a half hour before you're done using it for the day. Dries the fins out, and you won't get mold and mildew buildup. The Portacool ones tend to get a little dirtier. They're way tougher to clean when they do, and you're going to spend way more. Stick with the HOORAY ones for cost effectiveness and overall value, and I think you'll be much happier. These units come in different sizes. Shown here are the 3100 cubic foot per minute unit, the 5300 cubic foot per minute, and that is a typo. That is 11,000 cubic feet per minute, not 1100, depending on the size of the area that you're trying to keep cool. I know guys that have bought these to take them home, and they keep them outside on their patios. They're hanging out on a summer night to slip them on and cool off, and certainly they're large enough to cool an average size bay in a shop where you work. I even know one guy who bought their smallest unit, and he brings on board a transit bus because he works on transit buses. So he'll bring it right on board the bus with him while he's working on there, and just keep it real close to him. So no matter what size area you're looking to cool off, there is a size of these that will suit you. If you don't want to go with an evaporative cooler and want to save a few bucks, these 1200 cubic foot per minute blower fans from K Tool are outstanding, surprisingly strong. There's 4 positions you can rest the fan at depending on where you want the wind to blow. And there's a couple of AC outlets in the handle so you can plug in accessories. And 1200 cubic foot per minute is a lot of air coming out of a unit that small. When you stand in front of these things, it's surprising how much air passes through them. And it will keep you pretty cool, and you don't have to be all that close because it moves a bunch of air. So even if you have a larger workspace, a fan like this might be perfect for you. Everybody needs lights, and Streamlight has excellent offerings. They have these MicroStream USB ultra compact lights. These are little guys about that long with a clip for your pocket or your hat brim, and they are not very expensive at all. They're all under 60 bucks. So between $57.23 and $59.63. For some reason, red is a couple of bucks more. I don't know why that is, but pay a couple bucks more for red. All aluminum housing, lifetime warranties on these things, very popular sellers. But not to be outdone by the popularity of lights is the Power Probe modular work light. I don't know of a lighting product that is more versatile than this one. This one contains 4 light modules. Each module puts out 250 lumens and a base unit. And the module is set in the base unit. You plug the base unit in, and that charges all of these lights in there. You can pop out however many you want. Each module has its own magnet and its own hook. The base unit has magnets, so you can stick it underneath a car or hang it down from something and then use modules independent of that if you wanted to. The modules charge when you put them back into the base unit when the base unit's plugged in. And I did a video on this one too, so if you want to see all the details, check it out up here and look at that. In the meantime, though, for $259, you're getting the most versatile light on the market. They have a 1-year warranty, very easy for me just to replace broken stuff out of here if anything goes south on you. And I'm not going to promise, but I will say this. I know 2 guys that have dropped these from 3 feet onto a concrete floor, and the unit has survived. Your results may vary. Don't do it on purpose. And Easy Red has a very popular neck light. This is the one that you can wear right around your neck and has 2 light heads. You can also put it around your head. And the 2 light heads operate and charge independently of each other. It comes with a Y recharge cable. So you can plug both light heads in at once with the one plug. And it goes up to 300 lumens. They're water resistant and very popular because there's no battery pack on the band. Snap-on had a design for a while which had a battery pack right on the back of the band, and if you were laying down on your creeper, then either your head or your neck was hitting the battery pack, and people didn't like it too much, so they changed their design to be more like this one. This is the one that you'll also find on the Mako and Cornwell trucks. I think this price is a little bit less than what they're running, and they all run the same light. Protect that beautiful face of yours, because I don't want that to get damaged at all, by wearing a Uvex Bionic Face Shield for $42.53. Talk about having peace of mind. You'll be fully protected in your whole face from any flying debris, any chips, any shards, any sparks when you're working close to something, when you're hammering metal on metal, when you're grinding, when you're doing anything that's going to cause debris to scatter. Please put on a face shield. Goggles are great. You may also want to double up. Put this on over a pair of goggles. And it has a replaceable visor, so when that lens gets cloudy or scratched up, for a few bucks, we just get you a new one. If you're doing diagnostics and need to do electrical testing, then you'll want, maybe some will say need, a Power Probe 3. This is an indispensable diagnostic tool for anybody who's working on electrical stuff. And if that makes you feel sad because you don't like working on electrical, I understand. This will make your life way easier and way simpler. These are not difficult to learn. You hook them up to battery power, give it a 12-volt source, and you can check voltage, continuity, check for ground, and you can inject power into a 12-volt component. So you can test stuff without actually removing it, and then if you find that a component's working, you can trace back along the line to see where that failure is. It has a nice digital display which reads out the voltage that it's reading. And if you're concerned about lower voltage subsystems, there is a 5-volt step-down adapter for this. Put the adapter between the tool and the probe, and then you'll put out 5 volts and you won't fry your subsystems. So be careful, because you can do irreparable damage with this, and it can be expensive. Make sure you learn how to use it properly. Make sure you understand the systems of the vehicles you're working on so that you don't do damage that you can't undo. And you'll be very happy once you get the hang of this thing, because it will make your life a million times easier. And if you have to grease trailers or trucks or a lot of things, especially in the field, this will make your life even easier than a Power Probe will. The cordless 18 or 12 volt grease guns from Milwaukee are extremely popular. The 12 volt one puts out 8,000 pounds per square inch, and the 18 volt puts out 10,000 psi. These are terrific for doing trailer PMs or tractor PMs in or out of the shop. And as a customer was asking me the other day on these, he said, man, he goes, $422. He says, why are they so expensive? And I said, tell me they're not worth it. And he went, well, because they are. As another customer put it to me after he bought one from me, and I saw him a few weeks later, he said, it has made doing trailer PMs fun. Just a feeling of relief that he had by not having to drag his air hose off his truck, or, I mean, you're never going to use a manual one for that kind of work, but it's a game changer. It truly is, and it's a time saver. You will get way more done in the course of a day with this tool than you would if you didn't have it. So, is it worth it? Yes, it is absolutely worth it, even though it is expensive. 5-year warranties on the tools, 3-year warranties on the high-capacity batteries, and you can't go wrong. If you need a place to rest your hiney, look at the Gearwrench roller seat and the adjustable height shop stool. The price went up a little bit on the roller seat, kind of bums me out. Before this flyer cycle, it was $183, but now it's $229. Still not a bad price. I wish it was the old price, but unfortunately, this is what it is now. It's got magnetic trays along the base, and they come off in different sections if you want to take them apart to keep them clean, or to move them around, keep one in front of you instead of underneath you. You have some options. And it's adjustable height with a little paddle underneath. The stool for $123.50 is a particularly good value. I have not been able to find a stool of this quality made the same way for anything close to that price. So good on Gearwrench for keeping the price down on the stool anyway. I'm bummed that it went up on the seat, but still, for $229, it is still less expensive than the Sunex one or the Whiteside one. So consider these when you're looking for something to sit on, especially that roller seat. That is a very wide seat. It's very comfortable to sit on. Has a bit of a lumbar support there too. So a fellow who recently bought one of these for me was having some nerve issues with his back and his legs, and this seems to have helped him quite a bit. I'm going to show you this to ask you to not buy them from me because they're too expensive. The Lyle plastic creeper, branded the Jeepers Creeper, has been going steadily up in price now for, I think, about a year or so. It used to be, a few years ago, we could get these things and sell them for $105, $107. They put a lifetime warranty on the plastic deck. But over the past few flyer cycles, the price has been going through the roof, and now they have settled on the red, yellow, blue, and black variations of this for $166.47. And if you want green or orange, you're going to pay a little bit more, $175.45. I think that is entirely too much for a plastic creeper. If there's one consolation, it's that the plastic deck has a lifetime warranty. But it's a lot of money. I think it's too much money. I would encourage you to look other places for plastic creepers. You can find much better deals almost anywhere than on any of the tool trucks, because they all sell this plastic creeper. Lyle manufactures for Cornwell, Mako, Mac, and I sell the ones that are branded under their own name. They no longer make this for Snap-on, although they did used to, but Snap-on no longer carries it. I don't know what the decision was in that, but what you're left with now is an overly expensive option for a piece of molded plastic with some wheels on it. I'm also going to show you this to ask you not to buy these from me either, because the price of floor jacks has also gotten crazy. Sunex makes an excellent jack. They have very good hydraulics. They have a 3.5-ton jack that comes with 6-ton jack stands, or you can buy the jack by itself. The jack by itself is $517.93. If you get the jack stands, you're looking at $756.45. I don't know on what planet this is worth it. The jack is expensive, too expensive, and the jack stands, I don't know, 6-ton stands for, I didn't do the math, $230 or something? I mean, come on. No, you're not buying these from me. And if you want them, I will, I don't know, punch you in the taint. I don't know. I'm going to do something to dissuade you if you want these, because this is too much money. You can get very good jacks lots of other places. You don't need to spend this kind of money on a jack. But you may need to spend some coinage to get a really good digital tire inflator, and the two that Astro has on sale right now are outstanding. These are the ones that are made for Blue Point when you buy them off the Snap-on truck. There's a blue one, and now they have a green option. The blue one is $133.35, and you'll save $1 or so if you buy the green at $132.05. These have a nice stainless braided cable, good strain relief, and a nice lock-on chuck. These also have a much higher throughput than the Milton ones, which is why I've gone with these. Milton was even pricier, and the flow rate was much lower than these. These are a much better value all around. Paying less, getting a better performance. So if you need a digital tire inflator, let's look at the Astro ones for you. And if you need a digital torque wrench, Gearwrench has always had, I do think, the best value in torque wrenches on the market. They have a flex head, they have a 120 XP mechanism, They beep, they light up, and they vibrate when you hit your target torque, and they all have angle. You have to pay more for the angle option on the Mac and I believe the Snap-on brands. It all comes bundled in with the Gearwrench one. And the 3/8 drive is $386.78. Half-inch drive is $439.93. That's about half the price of the ones you'll find on the Snap-on truck. And if there's a performance difference, I don't know what it is. So if you've had experience with both brands, leave it in the comments. See what you think, because it's very difficult to beat the value of these particular digital torque wrenches. They're so popular, they go on back order all the time. So anytime they come in, I grab some, put them on the truck, and they're pretty gone in pretty short order. So it's one of these things where I'm constantly trying to keep up with the demand on these. If you need a 3/4 inch torque wrench, look at the Precision Instruments ones. These are the split beam ones where you do not have to let off all the tension on the handle. You can just leave it set to what it is while you store it. This one comes in 3 pieces. You can take the head, then there's the head off, and then there's the handle section and the midsection, and it fits very nicely in a little blow molded case, and you can store that in your toolbox drawer. So it's way easier and more convenient than, say, one of the one-piece ones that are really long that actually cost more. I was looking at other brands, comparing it to this one. You'll spend $200, $300, $400 more on a 3/4 inch torque wrench, and you can't buy better quality than Precision Instruments. These guys are outstanding. Made in the USA. They used to manufacture Snap-on's torque wrenches for them, and those are very popular. You can't go wrong. You're saving yourself some money buying a US-made product. They come with a 1-year warranty, easy for calibration and repairs if we ever need that for you. So if you need one of the big boys, look at the Precision Instruments. Something else crept up in price that bums me out, but there's still a very good option here and a high-quality wrench. The Universal Spline XL gearbox wrenches from Gearwrench are very popular with diesel technicians. They have a flex head and a non-flex head version. The price has crept up a little bit on both sets, but at $415.17 for the flex head, that still isn't that bad for what you get. Same size on both ends. One end is a ratcheting box end, the other is a fixed box end. And the set runs 10 to 19 millimeter. The non-flex head version, $296.67. So it's quite a bit of savings to have the non-flex head on that one. Either one, you're getting the benefit of a long, slender wrench, good leverage, and great access to tight confines in an engine compartment, or if you have to reach up into something, this is an outstanding option. And if you want to save some money over wrenches and you need a regular set of combination wrenches, maybe one of the best deals in the flyer is this set of 23 metric wrenches from K Tool. This set runs 8 to 32 millimeter, 12-point box end, lifetime warranty, full polish. These are actually beautiful wrenches. They look great, they feel good in the hand, and if you just need a basic set of wrenches that cover all your common sizes, this is the one. But if you want to save even more money, and you want a set that goes from 8 to 19 millimeter, and a V-groove design on the open end, for $78.60, I can get you in the 12-piece Sunex set. Full polish, these are beautiful, they come in a roll-up pouch. Another great option for inexpensive, but pro-quality wrenches. When it comes to ratchets, you have a lot of choices. Consider, if you would, the 90 tooth and 120 XP offerings from Gearwrench. You can buy individual ratchets, and now sets are on sale. Maybe the most popular set that they've got is down in the lower right-hand corner there. The 4-piece, half-inch 3/8 and half drive, quarter 3/8 and half drive ratchet set, all flex head. Those are the 90 tooth versions, and then over on the other side there in the upper left-hand corner, they dropped the price on their 2-piece extra long handle ratchet set. That's a 1/4 drive that's 9 inches long, and a 3/8 drive that's 18 inches long for $99.60. That was $115 not too long ago, so the price came down on that. And then they also have some of their great 120 XP and their 90 tooth offerings on their regular ratchets as well. They also have a terrific 2-piece 3/8 drive set that has a regular length ratchet and a short one that is the same size as the 1/4 inch in all dimensions except for the square drive. They put a 3/8 on it. Extremely handy. You can use that anywhere you'd use a 1/4-inch drive set. Save yourself the money on 1/4-inch sockets and ratchets and use 3/8 stuff in places where you wouldn't be able to get them if you just had the larger ratchet. Another price drop on very popular wrench set, K Tool, has these double box universal spline 90-tooth ratcheting wrenches. You have seen the same brand, or rather the same wrench under the Mako brand, under the Mountain brand, under the Platinum brand, and Monster, when they were around, they had it under their brand. Now they're on the K Tool brand. There's about a half a dozen different ones. I believe that these wrenches are made by a company called Cabo Tools out of China. They make the same wrench set for everybody. They also make them for Easy Red. And so, yeah, there's, I don't know, 6, 7 different brands on these. All the same wrench. Outstanding quality. Like those gearbox wrenches I was showing you, these will get you in really tight spaces, and they're slender and long-handled, so you get great leverage. These are not nearly as heavy-duty as the gearbox wrenches, though. Those are very strong. They'll put up way more than these will. So if you have a lighter duty application for these and you still need all those features, consider these. The nice thing about this is there's also an offset on the head. So the handle will clear an obstruction and you'll still grab the bolt head or the nut. The 5-piece set's $235.67. There is a 2-piece jumbo size set that's got a 21 by 22 and a 24 by 25. You can get all 7 pieces for $404.02. Yep. I'm just doing the math in my head. There was a time when they were advertising that 7-piece set for more than what it would cost you to buy the 5 and the 2-piece separately. And there's also a 4-piece standard set for $172.55. Lifetime warranty on them. I just give you a new one if they break. One of the best master bit sets you're ever going to see is the Sunex 208-piece set. This has all manner of bits, 2-inch long, 1-inch long. It has nut drivers and an extension in there. It has Phillips slotted, Torx, Allen. Even has some specialty bits. This little set is fantastic and a handy carrying case. Throw it in your car, put it in your toolbox. Take it with you no matter where you go because it's a terrific way to get yourself out of any jam. You can put these bits into an impact driver, put them into a regular manual driver because they have a 1/4-inch hex quick connect shank. So they'll lock into a power driver or they'll insert nicely into a manual tool. I want to mention some more about Vim because everyone loves them so much. Here are a bunch of their offerings for half-cut Torx, tamper-proof Torx, square drive, and a bunch of sockets. They've got bits that run the gamut in offerings. They even have Torx Plus. They've got Hex. They have all these sets that are in here worth looking at to see if there's something in there that's best suited for you. Their pricing isn't cheap, but you get outstanding quality with Vim, and they're very easy to take care of under warranty. And they have that really cool 77-piece half-cut stubby set up the top on that page, which has a driver in there and some really cool extensions and some other things that make these sets worth considering if you're looking for one of these multi-purpose bit sets. When you need punches and chisels, there are 2 outstanding options for different reasons. The best bargain that I have seen on punches and chisels is the Astro 16-piece punch and chisel set for $38.22. That one is taper punches, pin punches, center punches, cold chisels, and a gauge. I don't know what the gauge is for. Everyone who's seen that has asked me that, and I can't tell you. Why do we need a chisel gauge? If you know, please put it in the comments and help us all out. And if you want to spend a little bit more, or a lot more, to get a larger set of outstanding quality, look at the Mayhew one below that for $179.13. That's a 19-piece set. It includes center punches, pin punches, solid punches, and cold chisels as well. They run slightly different sizes. They both come in roll-up pouches. And depending on if you have a brand preference, that will determine which one you get. Mayhew is outstanding quality. I have never had a problem with anything from Astro, including these sets, and I sell a lot of these. So I can't tell you necessarily that Mayhew's better quality than Astro, but they are outstanding quality, and I'm a big fan of Mayhew anyway. We buy a lot of their pry bars and their air hammer punches. They've got terrific cable-driven hose clamp pliers, and they have great picks. We keep all their picks on the trucks all the time. The O-ring picks and the shorter hook picks. Love the brand. Love how they do business. I love what they're all about. And staying in the Astro line, if you need carbide burrs, this 8-piece set for $111.19 is the cheapest 8-piece set you're going to find on a tool truck, I promise. They don't have they don't have a lifetime warranty like you might want, but for that price, there's your trade-off. You can spend way more than this on a 4-piece set off one of the other tool trucks that has a lifetime warranty, and all you're really doing is paying for your replacements in advance. These aren't that expensive to replace individually, so if you chew one up, we can get you another one for fairly short money, and you will have saved money in the long run because you're not paying extra for the entire set. I want to go over some more can-cut bits because this has the 29-piece step point bit that I was telling you about earlier. It also has their regular 29-piece bit sets that use for general purpose drilling, and a 10-piece left-handed bit set with extractors. I think, I'm no metallurgist, I don't know, but I think that they use a different alloy for these that makes them harder. That also makes them more brittle, but it means you're going to be able to cut through harder materials better than different alloys. To offset the brittleness, make sure you go slow and use oil. Match your speed and your bit size to your material, and you'll be fine. These bits are outstanding. Yes, you are paying more for bits. If you haven't been used to buying bits off of tool trucks, your jaw probably isn't off the floor yet at looking at the price of these. But this is pro-grade industry drill bit pricing on a tool truck. And you're going to pay for them, yes, but you are getting the very best bits you possibly can. And is this the very best tap and die set in the world? I happen to think it is. I sell taps and dies from other brands, but this is the one I go to because it really is superior to the Irwin ones and the Vermont American ones. Gearwrench has their 114-piece standard and metric ratcheting tap and die set. There's ratcheting tap wrenches in here, a medium size and a large size. You have a number of different collets for holding your taps and a bunch of different die holders. This runs all the common sizes you're ever going to want to use and has standard and metric. This one has plug taps and taper taps. If you want to see a complete video that breaks down this entire set, and I give you a full review on it, including a tutorial on how to use the different types of taps and what applications they're best for, click up there and get a load of that, and let me know what you think. They also have a 75-piece smaller set down there that runs number 4.5 inch and from 3 millimeters to 12 millimeters. These guys are also going on back order all the time, just like their digital torque wrenches. But these things are so popular and so good that they sell as fast as I can get them in. It seems that no matter how many of these sets I get in, they're all gone in real short order. So I hope you got a good understanding of all the stuff that's in this flyer. If you want your very own digital copy, you can download it from my website, coiletools.com, and you can also page through it on the website too. So you can see it all there. Download a copy for yourself if you want, and tell me if there's anything that you want out of there. I can price it better for you if we do an order over the phone than I can if you're just buying it at the price in there. Because these are really on-truck finance prices. I can do better for you if you want to give me an email at lindsay@coiletools.com or give me a call. Let me know if there's something that you're interested in, and we can work out getting you what you need. Now, keep watching because we have some really cool and interesting videos coming down in the future, including some live streams. I've been getting into that lately and doing some more of those. been having a ton of fun, meeting some really cool people, and I've been a guest on other people's live streams and just having a ball. And I hope to do more of that. I did a live stream a couple of weeks ago with Garrett Ceasing from Scooter 911. That was very well viewed, so if you watched that one, thank you. And we've also got some air tool repair videos as well as our regular Tools in the Hall videos. So do me a favor, click down here now to subscribe so that you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, use a tool. Don't be one.